Hey there, Truth Seeker. Welcome to our channel and community where we discuss 13 sign astrology. Our focus today is the Gemini full moon occurring Wednesday, December 27, 2023 at 1:33 p.m. New Zealand Daylight Time, where we are located. For our friends and followers in the United States, this equates to 7:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, December 26. We will spotlight and interpret the Sun in Sagittarius forming a trine with Jupiter in Aries, and the Moon's trine with Saturn in Aquarius. There's a lot going on, so let's jump in. Part 1, Introduction. My name is David Keratin. My twin flame Sunna and I will both narrate this fascinating reading. Before we go further, to help align with your divine design, we encourage you to acquire a personalized 13-sign natal chart. To do so, click the link in the About section at the foot of the page, where you will also find our socials. We look forward to hearing from you. Part 2, The History of Gemini. To understand and appreciate the value of astrological archetypes, it is useful to look back and review what has been written. The word Gemini derives from the Old English Geminas, which means twins. The twins referred to are Castor and Pollux, names assigned to the brightest stars in the Gemini constellation. Castor, from 13th century France, means he or she who excels. Pollux is related to the root pale, which means abundance. In the East, Gemini is associated with the gods Meslitea and Lugalera, who rose from the underworld or lower astral as mighty kings. Gemini is also linked to Nergal, the Babylonian deity of plague and pestilence, relating to the horsemen of the apocalypse. In Mesopotamia, the great twins were regarded as guardians of doorways who stood at the gates of the underworld. The Gemini twins were therefore intermediaries linking the living and the dead. During the Neo-Assyrian period, small figurines of the twins would be located at entrances to sacred burial sites and ceremonial locations, with Lugalera on the left and Meslitea on the right. In Mesopotamian art and iconography, the identical twins are shown wearing horned caps, each holding an axe and a mace. In Hindu, the Gada, or mace, was the main weapon of the god Hanuman, sometimes referred to as Hanuman's mace, symbolic of moral and spiritual virtue. Western history portrays Gemini positively, whereas in the East, Gemini expresses dark qualities. It is in this dichotomy that we find the secret to Gemini. Part 3, Gemini full moon, trine Saturn. Gemini's inherent duality suggests that we are dealing with two opposing forces. Maybe the push and pull between the past and the present, or between our head and heart. The moon is the archetypal doorway to our soul's memories where recollections of past lives reside. Gemini is the archetypal conduit, the linchpin between our unconscious and conscious aspects of self. A Gemini-Moon combination can trigger psychological baggage that needs to be surfaced, examined and resolved through the structured use of the mind. Saturn's presence in a trine is supportive and helpful. The combination of the Moon, Saturn and Gemini encourages us to deal with trapped emotions, release difficult soul memories and utilize trauma as a teacher or taskmaster. This is a time to put the past behind you.
Thank you, David. Part 4, Sun in Sagittarius. Sagittarius Sun energies are confident, extravagant and extroverted. Think pomp and parades. Quite the contrast to the reserved, introspective Gemini Moon sitting opposite in the chart. The Gemini Saturn Moon combined with the Sagittarius Sun reminds us that heavy emotions need to be cleared and cauterized. Where the Gemini Moon is about meditation and mindfulness, the Sagittarius Sun is about creative self-expression and yes, even a little self-indulgence. Gemini focuses on the detail, while Sagittarius is about the big picture. Part 5, Sun trine Jupiter in Aries. The shadow side of the Gemini Moon is paralysis by analysis. Counterbalancing this is the Jupiter trine assisting us to purge our past. where Gemini-Moon is melancholy and moody, Jupiter-Sun is bullish and optimistic. Gemini-Moon and Jupiter-Sun provide a template that contrast introversion and extroversion, showing us that depending on the context, both experiences matter. It's valuable for us to mull, muse, and cogitate sometimes. Saturn's principles of lessons and learnings are thus born in reflection. Yet, it is equally important to paint castles in the sky, to expand and accelerate our evolutionary process. We combine introspection and action to move us forward. Part 6. Summary. As we conclude, let us reflect. When we look at the tarot card for the moon, we see depicted there 3 images representing our instinctive nature: the dog, the wolf, and the crayfish emerging from the sea of the unconsciousness. The activation of our lower self represents one side of this full moon. Gemini brings mental energy. Are our emotions hindering or serving our development? In the process of self-examination, we may recognize limitations coming from unresolved soul memories and past life experiences that need to be released. The fires of Sagittarius and the Sun speak of regeneration and renewal. The role of Saturn here is to serve as a metaphorical teacher, imploring us to learn from our experiences and apply those insights to our life as wisdom. We see Gemini portrayed in the West as a positive, light, and progressive energy, whereas the Eastern interpretation is darker, edgier, and morose by comparison. Both the Eastern and Western philosophies show us the path to explore duality as a way to contrast and compare experiences, and thus grow from them. Under the influence of Gemini Sagittarius, it's appropriate to contemplate existential questions, like, are we really separate from our divine creator, or is it just a fragment of our consciousness, called the ego identity, that thinks it is? While the Sagittarius-Jupiter connection is expansive and energetic, the shadow side is overconfidence, hubris, and arrogance. Be aware of these low frequencies, especially in the media, so you can shield yourself from them. As we reach the halfway point of a new moon cycle that began with Ophiuchus, December 13, it is time to pause, reflect, and review the past 14 days. What did you initiate, begin, or commence 2 weeks ago? And what is coming to a head or conclusion now? The Gemini moon will provide emotional insights. Sagittarius Sun will propel you. Saturn says integrate the past, present, and future so you can master your destiny. Jupiter expands your consciousness as you ride the wheel of time. Thank you for listening. We look forward to your comments. To support our work, you can donate or contribute via the Buy Us a Coffee link below. In the meantime, please like, share, and subscribe. You may also find us on Telegram or Facebook at David Carrington. Namaste. This has been a production of Star Kittens Media. All rights are reserved.